Hello students, welcome back to Mudassir Academy. In today's video, we are going to solve an important higher order differential equation using the method of variation of parameters. The problem here is solve d square plus 3d plus 2 into y equals e raised to power x by the method of variation of parameters. See, this is a very important method in engineering mathematics, and understanding one problem thoroughly will help you solve many other problems based on the variation of parameters in an examination. If you haven't watched my previous videos on variation of parameters, I strongly recommend you to watch them. I have solved many important exam-based problems step by step. You can find them in the differential equation of higher order playlist, along with the playlist useful for students from different universities. So in today's problem, there are some integration steps and formulas involved. I will provide and explain the required integration formulas wherever necessary. As always, I will solve the entire problem step by step in the most simplest way as possible. So please don't just watch. Solve along with me. Pay close attention to each and every step, because understanding this problem will make it much more easier for you to approach other variation of parameter problems in an examination. So let's get started. So the problem as you see here is solve d square plus 3d plus 2 into y is equal to e raised to x. Okay, completely some different type of problem, because exponential raised to exponential x. So as I again say, if you have watched my previous videos on the variation parameters, first what we do, we find the roots. How? So I write the question here, d square plus 3d plus 2 into y equals e raised to x. So what to do first? We find the roots. To find the roots, we write the auxiliary equation, and always remember, here we are not using any types. We are finding directly by using the complementary factor. As you know, the solution is CF plus PI. To find the PI, we use the different types, type 1, type 2, type 3 as discussed. But here type 1 is e raised to x, type 2 sine or cos or into polynomial whatever. But here see, this is different, e raised to power e raised to x. So we cannot solve this using any types. That's why we are using variation of parameters. Okay. Now first the auxiliary equation. As you know, we write d as m. To make it simple, you can easily find, this very simple. There is no need to use calculator also. You can easily find the roots as m is equal to -1 comma -2. Fine. Now we will write the CF. So the complementary factor CF, that is, I take it as yc is equal to c1 e raised to x plus c2 e raised to -2x, as both are different. Okay. Now in the method of variation of parameters, the solution is given as y is equal to ay1 plus by2. Okay, underline this. What is the solution? ay1 plus by2. Here y1 is e raised to x and y2 is e raised to -2x. Okay, this is the solution. That means we need to find a and b here to complete the solution. To find a and b, we need to first find a very important factor called as Wronskian, that is Wronskian. So Wronskian w is equal to, what's it? It's y1 y2 dash, I hope you are able to recall it now, minus y2 y1 dash. That is, w will be equal to, now what's y1? It's e raised to x into y2 dash, differentiation of derivative of e raised to -2x will be e raised to -2x into -2. Okay, again it's changed to e raised to x is e raised to x only. Again derivative of -2x is -2 minus e raised to -2x as it is, that is y2. Okay, so first y1 e raised to -x, differentiation of e raised to -2x is y2 is e raised to -2x, it's -2 e raised to -2x minus y2 as it is into, again differentiation e raised to -x is e raised to -x into -1. Done. So this will be equal to, now we can write -2 e raised to -3x plus e raised to -3x. That implies we get w is equal to, what is that? Minus e raised to minus 3x. This is w. So we find the CF, we find w. Okay, now it is w. The formula we need to find, because to complete a solution we need a and b, we find w. Why we need w? Because the formula to find a is minus integration of, what is that? Phi of x, this is a function phi of x, the right side, no, into y2 whole divided by w dx. I write a constant later. And similarly, the formula to find b will be, there is no minus in b, integration of phi of x into y1 over w dx. That's it. Okay, so let's find a here. So a will be equal to minus integration of, what is the function here? The right side, whatever is the function. Here it is e raised to x. So e raised to power e raised to x into, what's y2? Y2 is e raised to minus 2x into dx over, what's w? Wrong scan. It's minus e raised to minus 3x. That's it. Okay, so we have this now. Now, what we'll do, we'll simplify this. See, we can write here as a equals minus integration of, see, minus minus become plus. There is minus here and minus in the numerator, denominator, it will be minus by minus, or minus becomes plus. Now again this will be e raised to, if I say take this down, minus 3x plus, it will become e raised to x over e raised to minus x. Am I right? E raised to minus x. It will be e raised to minus 3x, minus 2 comes down, minus 3x to stays, okay, perfect, into dx. So again I write here, I write this as a is equal to minus integration of, see, e raised to, this was what? E raised to minus x. Okay, it will go up to become e raised to x into e raised to x dx. Okay, now let's solve for this. So wherever, when you are solving method of variation of parameters, whenever you encounter in the problem exponential e raised to x, always put what? E raised to x equals t. Okay, that is by substitution. Differentiate, so we get e raised to x dx equals dt. So now the things will change here. Everything replaced in terms of t here. That means e raised to x dx will become what? dt. That's okay. Sorry, not this. This e raised to x into dx will become what? dt. That means we can write this as implies a equals. Sorry, there is no minus here. My bad. Okay, because minus and minus cancels, become plus. Okay, so we have this as integration of, what is e raised to x? It is e raised to x is t. Correct? No, see, e raised to, what I taken, e raised to x t, and what is e raised to x into dx? dt. Everything is replaced. So simple. Easy, right? Therefore, see, nothing is complicated here. Integration is very easy here. So what is the integration of e raised to x? E raised to x is e raised to x only. So integration of e raised to t will be e raised to t only. Very simple integration. That implies a is equal to e raised to t plus I take constant k1. So it implies a is equal to, what is e raised to t? What is t? T is e raised to x. So e raised to power e raised to x plus k1. So this is the value of o. Underline it. So I found a. Okay. Next, let's find b. So b will be again, this equals to integration of, what's phi of x again? It will be e raised to power e raised to x. And what's y1? Here y1 is e raised to minus x into dx over w is, we have here minus e raised to minus 3x. So here b will be, minus sign will come outside because minus plus over minus is minus only. Okay, and see, e raised to power e raised to x as it is, and this will be, if I bring this e raised to minus x down, it becomes e raised to plus x. So e raised to minus x 3x plus x is e raised to minus 2x. So this will be over e raised to minus 2x dx. That will be again minus e raised to power e raised to x into e raised to power 2x dx. Okay, so I can do it directly, but for simplicity, I write it like this: minus e raised to power e raised to x into e raised to x into e raised to x dx, because I can write e raised to 2x as e raised to x and e raised to x. Now again I will put the same thing: e raised to x equals t implies e raised to x dx equals dt. That means e raised to x dx equals dt. So let's replace everything here now. So now this will be implies b equals minus integration of, what is that, e raised to t into, what's e raised to, see again, see, b, very careful here, you are substituting everything in terms of t. So e to the power, what is e raised to x? It's t, we are assuming. Next, into e raised to x is again t into, what is e raised to x? dt equals to, now what I will do, I will integrate this by parts, or I can simply use the simple Bernoulli's rule. Okay, to do that, always see there is a, while integration when u into v, correct, you have studied this basics in your 12th standards, we use the concept ILAT, inverse logarithmic algebraic trigonometric exponential. That means exponential should come last. So here also we need that this is minus t into e raised to t dt. Now let's integrate this. So how can you do it? See, we can do by parts, or simply you can use integration of first into second function is equal, I'm making it simple as possible, I'm not using u and v. Let's take first into second is equal to, keep first function as it is, integrate second minus differentiate first, double integrate second plus double differentiate first, triple integrate second, so on. This makes it simple. Okay, now this will be, now b is equal to minus, put a whole bracket, t as it is, integration of e raised to t is e raised to t, put a bracket, minus differentiation of t, first function is 1, again integration of e raised to t is e raised to t, that's it. Okay, because again next differentiation of 1 becomes 0, so ends here, the series ends. That implies we have b is equal to, that is, I will write here minus t e raised to t plus e raised to t. Okay, so minus t, open a bracket. So what is t here? T is e raised to x. So e raised to x into e raised to x minus negative of, so b equals negative of, what is t? E raised to x into e raised to t, wherever there is t, put e raised to x, plus again e raised to power, what is t again? E raised to x plus k2, that's all. So you have found both a and b here. So let's complete the solution. Therefore the solution is y is equal to a y n plus b by 2. So solution y equals, what's a here? We found out e raised to power e raised to x plus k1 into, what's y1? E raised to x, e raised to minus x, plus b is minus e raised to x into e raised to power e raised to x plus e raised to x plus k2 into, what's y2? It's e raised to minus tx. That's all. Beautiful. That's how it is solved. Okay. So the solution to the above given problem by method of variation parameters is given here. So that's the solution. I hope you clearly understood this method. Okay, this problem was a little intermediate to difficult level problem. Okay, this solving such problems will help you prepare for, apart from engineering exams, in other competitive exams also. So please don't just watch the problem, it's absolutely free. You can watch how many times as possible. So watch it and practice along. This is going to help you really understand the concept of variation and parameter perfectly and secure the full marks in the examination. So that's all for today's video. So keep practicing, keep solving, be confident. See you in the next video. Till then, bye.